Antony is much better deployed as a wide forward like Mo Salah was in Klopp's most iconic front three at Liverpool, rather than as a natural winger like Sane or Mahrez in Pep's Centurion team. And that is simply because he's a much bigger threat running in behind the fullback without the ball and getting into goal scoring positions than he is trying to beat his fullback in a 1v1 in the final third. Antony's lack of even a usable right foot does make him extremely predictable in 1v1 situations, and that's probably why he ranks in just the 38th percentile for the amount of take-ons he's completed over the past 365 days, with a completion rate of just 30.8%, ranking all the way down in the 4th percentile. But as we saw against Everton, Antony's pace over long distances makes him an incredibly dangerous outball on the right side, as he'll often be in a deep position in his own half when United win the ball back, and when the ball is being circulated between the lines for the likes of Sancho, Fernandes and Rashford in the centre, Antony is in a 1v1 battle to outrun the fullback on the far side. And against a relatively slow Ben Godfrey in this game, combined with Fernandes' elite vision and long passing ability, Antony was able to receive a number of high quality chances, such as the 1v1 he should have scored, with that one being started by a long Bruno Fernandes pass, but he also had a good opportunity, this time at the end of the first half, from Malacia's long raking switch of play. And this time, rather than running in behind Godfrey, we saw Antony able to isolate him in a 1v1, pushing him backwards into the box, from where he was able to release a fairly tame curling effort. Now, he wasn't able to take either of these chances, and so that is evidence of the development needed in his game, and I think he could do this, and for that 1v1 example he would definitely be helped by improving his right foot, as in that position Godfrey pretty much knows that all Antony wants to do is cut inside onto his left foot, and so he's very aware not to give him that angle and show him more onto his right. If Antony was able to develop the ability to shift the ball inside onto his left and then cut back with a fake shot, looking to fool the defender into overcommitting on his left and opening up space for him to move onto his right into a shooting position, and he could actually produce a good shot on goal, then this would only naturally increase the amount of goal scoring positions he was able to create for himself, but it would also throw a much needed bit of unpredictability into his game, and this would force the defender to remain a lot more central in these positions, giving Antony a little bit more extra space to work the ball into his left foot. Antony is very one-footed, but it's not even about him becoming completely two-footed, but just being able to do things that defenders don't expect, and that was what Mo Salah was able to add to his game whilst in Italy with Fiorentina and then Roma, before exploding into a world-class player during his first season at Liverpool in 17-18, where he scored 32 goals in 36 Premier League games and 44 goals in 52 games in all competitions. If you watch Salah's goals from that season, you'll see that he had an incredible ability to efficiently get the ball out of his feet into a shooting position as quickly as possible after receiving the ball inside of the box, being able to master a variety of different shots from inconvenient angles, which accompanied with his unorthodox rigid technique made it very hard for defenders to try to stop Salah doing what he had on his mind, which was firmly prioritising scoring goals himself. And just like Salah in that season, Antony can also score goals via running in behind the back line, as the earlier example showed. And this was a trademark of Salah's in this season, alongside Mane as a wide forward on the left and Firmino receiving the ball in the space between the lines as a false 9. Liverpool had an electric counter-attack, just as United do when they have a front three of Rashford, Sancho and Antony. So essentially, as a wide forward, Antony is going to be making diagonal runs in behind his fullback into central goal scoring positions, rather than making a run down the outside into the channel and holding a wider advanced position. But this is facilitated by having Jadon Sancho starting in the front three. As with Rashford on the left side, also at his best in a wide forward role, United need a player in that front three who can drop off into a deeper central position to receive the ball and carry the attack forward, which Sancho does excellently and did multiple times throughout the game against Everton. And so if Antony can master his composure inside of the box in finishing situations and develop his right foot to give him the option of going down the outside, then I think we could see him develop into a top level forward rather than a winger, being more focused on goal scoring than goal creating and picking up around 15 to 20 goals a season.